Welcome back, everyone. Let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're unpacking a truly profound historical account from episode 15 of the Prophet Yusuf narrative, looking directly at our source texts. We're talking about a journey from the absolute lowest depths of human despair straight into a moment of just unbelievable, miraculous hope. If you've been following the story with us, you know the stakes for this family are through the roof right now. So, we're going to break down exactly how this narrative unfolds, analyzing the raw emotions, the split-second strategic decisions, and the ultimate message of resilience.
So we got to pick up right where the tension peaked. The royal cup was just found, and Benjamin is under arrest. The text actually describes the brothers as being in this state of indescribable shock. I mean, just listen to Yehuda's desperate, heart-wrenching plea to the Egyptian minister. "O minister, our father is an old blind man who lost his sight weeping over his son Yusuf. He cannot live without Benjamin. Imprison one of us instead, but let this boy go." You can literally hear the sheer panic in his voice, right? They're practically begging the minister to lock one of them up instead just to let the boy walk free. It's total helplessness, because they aren't just pleading for their brother, they are pleading for their father's life.
Section 1. The Depth of Despair, Two Heartbreaking Losses. To really wrap our heads around the gravity of Yehuda's plea, we have to look at the history here. On the one side, you've got this unresolved, agonizing loss of Yusuf. The text reminds us that their father, Yaqub, is an elderly man who literally lost his eyesight from years and years of weeping over Yusuf. That trauma, it's baked in. It's a permanent fixture in their lives. But then, on the other side, we have this fresh, devastating arrest of Benjamin. This isn't just a new headache, it's a compounding tragedy that threatens to completely wipe out whatever life is left in their dad. The brothers are entirely out of options. They're totally trapped between a devastating past and a catastrophic present.
Section 2. A Token of Hope. Yusuf's Hidden Mercy.
Now, while the brothers are drowning in all this despair, hearing about his father's condition is just completely breaking Yusuf on the inside. But what's so fascinating about his solution here is his unbelievable restraint. Even though he's heartbroken, he strictly follows Allah's command. He tells them point blank he can't take an innocent man, absolutely refusing to unjustly imprison someone else. Instead, he lays out this highly specific, step-by-step timeline. Step 1. Take his shirt, his kurta. Step 2, cast it on their father's face. Step 3 is the promise that his sight will return. Step 4, bring the entire family back to Egypt. And finally, step 5, then and only then he'll hand over Benjamin. So the really crucial takeaway here is that this shirt isn't just a piece of fabric. In this narrative, it's a physical manifestation of God's promise. It is an undeniable, tangible beacon of hope handed right into the pitch-black darkness of the brothers' despair.
Section 3. The Heavy Journey Home, Returning to Canaan.
So clutching Yusuf's highly specific instructions, the brothers leave Egypt. They take his shirt and start this grueling, heavy trek back home. And the question echoing in their heads on the road is just agonizing. What will our father ask? How are we going to tell him Benjamin is gone? The source material vividly describes the physical fatigue of the journey, but more than that, the terrifying fear of causing their dad even more pain. It's just this massive weight on their chests. Imagine the psychological whiplash here. They're carrying a miraculous shirt that promises healing, sure, but they're also carrying literally the worst news a father could hear, that yet another son is gone. They are paralyzed by the fear of breaking his heart all over again. I mean, how on earth do you deliver a miracle and a tragedy in the exact same breath?
Section 4. The Miracle in Canaan, the Truth Revealed.
All right, the long journey is finally over, and the brothers arrive in Canaan, the moment of truth. The text paints this incredibly vivid picture of the confrontation, which really unfolds in 3 rapid-fire steps. First up, the trembling confession. They're standing before their father, their voices literally shaking as they confess the Benjamin's imprisonment for theft. It's the exact moment they'd been dreading for miles. But immediately, they jump to Step 2, presenting the shirt given by the Egyptian minister. And then, Step 3, the climax. Just like they were instructed, the shirt is cast upon Yaqub's face, and the text explicitly states that, by Allah's command, his sight instantly returns. Boom. The crushing sorrow of that first step is just completely eclipsed by the breathtaking miracle of the third. Decades of grief and physical darkness gone in an instant. The text beautifully notes that this was the very moment Yaqub had been waiting for all those years, even with the fresh grief of Benjamin still lingering right there in the room.
And how does Yaqub react to this mind-blowing miracle? He takes a deep breath, thanks his Lord, and utters these powerful words. "Did I not tell you that I know from Allah what you do not know? Prepare, we must go to Egypt." Seriously, what a phenomenal reaction. There's no wallowing in the sorrow. There's only this triumphant declaration of unwavering faith. He always knew, and now the physical proof is right there in front of his fully restored eyes. He instantly pivots to action. They gotta pack, they gotta prepare, they are going to Egypt. The long wait is finally over.
So, what's the ultimate takeaway from analyzing this historical source? It boils down to this profound truth. True hope requires patience and faith, even when the situation seems entirely impossible. Think about it. Yaqub was aging, he was blind, and he had just gotten the news of yet another lost son. By literally all earthly metrics, the situation was utterly hopeless. And yet, his faith didn't shake. The physical garment of healing, that shirt, was just the catalyst. The real miracle was the years of unyielding patience that preceded it, proving that unwavering faith can bring profound light into our absolute darkest, most impossible moments.
I want to leave you with a final, provocative thought today as we close out this explainer. Ask yourself, how can you apply this level of unwavering hope to the lost Benjamins, or the moments of sudden blindness in your own life today? When the bad news just keeps compounding, when the journey feels impossibly heavy, do you have the patience to wait for the healing? Reflect on that kind of resilience as we look forward to the continuing journey to Egypt. Thank you so much for exploring this with me today, and I highly encourage you to keep diving into these incredible narratives.